record on this computer. Hey guys, it's Caleb at Prehired. Today we're doing another Prehired success story. Today we've got Karlo Naquila with us from Fontana, California. And Karlo's been hired to a top sales team and he's going to share his story today. Karlo, if you want, why don't you start off and just tell everyone a little bit about your background and, what were you doing before you found Prehired?
Yeah, absolutely. So, before Prehired, I was actually the VP of sales for a cannabis company. So I've already had, many years of sales experience, right? And so, really getting into Prehired was totally different for me. The reason why I actually did Prehired was because during COVID, during this pandemic, right? I think a lot of you guys are probably seeing there's a lot of people trying to get new opportunities and they're trying to do a change in career, right? Because whatever they're in isn't as stable as they thought it would be. And I was in that same exact position. And, with cannabis, with my specific part of the cannabis industry, it just wasn't going well, right? And not because, people aren't leaving their homes, no one is buying any products. And so, that's pretty much kind of my background and what I did before.
Yeah, so you kind of touched on, some of the struggles you had before you found Prehired. Did you maybe try to solve those struggles before you actually found Prehired?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, here's the thing is with this industry that I was in before, right? The main issues is, it's regulations and, during COVID, right? I tried everything, right? I tried to call, follow up, talk to as many, of my current clients and customers and try to upsell them. But, things just wasn't going well. And honestly, it actually started not going well the beginning of the year. And I didn't start Prehired until around mid-March. That means I tried to really solve it, for about 3 months, almost 3 months before I even got into Prehired.
Cool deal, man. So you found Prehired. When you first found us, did you have any hesitations about joining? Like, what were your thoughts? What were you thinking when you found us?
Yeah, for sure. Because the first thing is that I found you guys through an Instagram ad or was it a Facebook ad? Okay, so that was the first red flag, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. But then I decided to take a look at it, read up some of the info, and I'm the type of person that really does my due diligence, right? Before I even reached out. And I believe it was the other Caleb who actually reached out to me and interviewed me. And I really asked a lot of questions about it. And yeah, I mean, in the beginning, I definitely thought it was a scam because, usually when you hear it's too good to be true, then it usually is. So I mean, I take everything with a grain of salt. And after doing my research, I realized that, based on all the other, reviews and things like that from other people, it really helped solidify my belief in Prehired and, taking that jump into the pool and really going after it and getting involved with Prehired.
Cool deal. So you did join. How long did the program actually take you, like when you did join?
Let me see. So I had goals of doing it within a month, I would say. It actually extended and I didn't finish till June. It took me about 3 months. And that's the reason why is because I still had a full-time job, right? And so I couldn't really, I was only doing it pretty much kind of part-time. And so, yeah, it took me about 3 months to finish.
Cool deal. What would you say you enjoyed most about the program?
Really, my favorite part about the program was the learning all the technical side, really utilizing LinkedIn. Probably would be my best. I didn't even have a LinkedIn when I joined, right? And so really utilizing those and, little tips and tricks for building out a resume. That was probably my favorite thing, to beat out other resumes because of the, SEO. And that was one of my favorite tips I actually learned. So really more on the technical side and learning about outreach programs and yeah.
Karlo, you've been through the entire thing. If you could go back, is there anything that you would change about the program, or is there anything you feel that maybe could have been better about the program?
No, actually, no. I mean, No, I don't think so. I mean, everything was, for me again, because majority of the things that you guys are, in the curriculum, I've already known, like, interviews and cold calling and things like that. Like, I already knew a good amount of that. If anything, it just sharpened my knowledge. So no, for me, I think, personally, the course is perfect for me. And if I were to put myself in the position as someone that's new coming in, I would also be thinking the same thing, that, what, like, this is perfect, because it really was in detail from, and I think anybody can really do this course and be successful as long as you follow the system and you really go through the process, and you don't give up, and you just go through with it. I think anybody can do it.
Love to hear that. Tell people your results. You finished the program, you did your career search. What happened from there?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, I was going into pre-hired with the mentality personally, right? Because again, I'm not an I don't have entry level experience. I was going after, hey, I'm going to go after account executive roles for the most part, and then also do, follow the process and still apply for SDR roles, which I did. Actually, I ended up getting hired at a company, and it's actually a company partner with Prehired. So I got hired, Prehired helped me get a job. And I'm actually the director of partnerships for the company, doing pretty much running the sales team. It's a startup, company, but, it's really rewarding. I love what I do. I get to work remotely from home. And it really helps out, especially because I have a family and, new father to be. And so it's great that I get to find an opportunity, right, which is really scarce, to a, find a really good opportunity, and b, be able to work from home. Now, it's not guaranteed that you'll be able to work from home, but I mean, just even having a chance to be able to do that, which I didn't before, I think it was a huge blessing.
Amazing. Carl, this is my favorite question I always ask everyone that we do these interviews with, and that is, if there was another Karlo Naquila out there and maybe he stumbled across Prehired and maybe he has the same hesitations that you had at first, if you could talk to him, what would you tell him?
Yeah, I would tell that person, that's, looking for, a new career path, a new career change, looking for, to better themselves, and have some sort of security. Number one, tech is the future. Tech in general. I mean, you guys could, you could see that this is where the world is changing and turning into, and tech is going to save our economy, and this is the best place to be at. And I would say that, go and do your research, do your due diligence, always have your doubts, but make sure you come from an unbiased standpoint, and really take this in and put yourself in a situation of, hey, what if, right? And if not this, then what? What else would you have going on right now that could give you this chance? And no, if not you, then who? Like, who else is this for? Because if there's, if you think that this is a good, opportunity, maybe there's someone else that, that it's a good opportunity, and you could help them out as well, right? So yeah, I would tell them, do your research, and you know just go for it, and do your absolute best, and yeah, just don't give up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard from Karlo Naquila. Karlo, we really appreciate you being here today, sharing your story. I know you're extremely busy at your new job now, so we really appreciate you taking the time and letting everyone know your story. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you.